Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Dee if you are new here, and I live and run a wellbeing studio here in Canberra. And yeah, I've just recently started posting more here on YouTube. So I love doing monthly reset videos, lifestyle content, and especially love sharing my passion of aromatherapy. So if that is something that you think you would enjoy, I would love you to subscribe. Today I'm here to do a February reset video. So I cannot believe that we are at the end of January already. It is actually the 28th when I am recording this, but I'm having a few days off next week, so I thought I would get this video done today because I have a quiet afternoon. So yeah, let's get stuck into it, shall we? So I'm going to do a little bit of a review of January, and then I'm just going to set myself up for February, just set some goals and just have a bit of a to-do list in place to work through during the month. And then I thought we would finish with a card reading from my new tarot card deck. So let's review January, shall we? I just use my planner from Emma Kate Co, and just at the back I have a kind of just a list of my to-do items for the month. So I've got business and personal. So in terms of my business goals and to-do list for January, I booked and actually did my first aid course. So I have to do that for my professional membership. So that is all done. I said I wanted to do 2 newsletters and 1 blog post, which I did those. I actually did 5 Google updates. So I've just been doing updates on my Google profile just to help my search engine optimization. So I've been doing that, so that's great. Been really consistent on social media. I said I wanted to upload 4 YouTube videos, and I actually did 5, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, really pleased with that. I didn't actually stick to what I would like my upload schedule to be, which is Mondays and Thursdays, but yeah, just getting into it. So that's really good. I'm pleased with that. I am also working on a plan or workbook that I want to sell on Etsy. So I didn't finish that. It's almost there. So that will roll over into February. And the other thing that I didn't do was book my continuing professional education courses for the next couple of months. So that will roll over into February too. Had a big yearly planning day with Andrew, so that was great. That was really just a half day of us sitting down and yeah, just talking through what we would like to do for the coming months in particular, but 2023 as a whole as well. And I got some orders done, that was great. And something else that I wanted to work on, which I don't think I mentioned in my last reset video, was a new range of products that will go alongside my ritual candle and my tea that I have at the moment. But unfortunately I can't get those candles anymore, so I've kind of put that little project on hold for a little while. Did a whole heap of work on it and then found out that the candles were no longer available, so I get those made for me. So yeah, I think I'm just going to put that on hold for the moment, and just do a little bit more research on getting candles made. So that was my January business goals. So I feel pretty good. I think that was a pretty good start to the year, considering I think maybe 3 out of the 4 weeks of January I kind of had 1 less day in the week because I had to do my first aid course, and I worked an extra day this week for Australia Day, so as in I saw clients, so I had a little bit less time to work on these things. So I'm pretty pleased with what I got done. And then on the personal side of things, I wanted to list some books. I've got a whole pile of books, fiction and non-fiction. I wanted to list those on Facebook Marketplace, which I did not get to. I also did not have a weekly facial, which I really want to start doing in February. So those 2 things will roll over into February. But we did do some beautiful hikes, and I read 5 books in January. So that was pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. And that was really it on the personal side of things. So and meal planning, which I did for pretty much for the month. So that is it for January. I guess overall I was happy with that. As I said, just a really nice kind of start to the year. I feel like I was just kind of easing nice and slowly into things. So yeah, let's go to February. So a nice blank page for Feb. And I've just got some notes here, so I'm just going to write everything down here. I might time lapse that and come back to you. Okay, that is done. That was pretty easy. I have quite a long list of work stuff to do though for a short month, so we will see how we go. But let me go through it with you. So for business, what I've done actually this time is kind of divided it into two sections. So I've got my kind of like, I guess, monthly stuff that I do every month anyway. And then I've got a projects section, so kind of what I'm working on in terms of trying to grow my business and do more, and projects that I'm working on for my business. So first of all, we've got, I want to write one blog post and send 2 newsletters. That's kind of the minimum I want to do every month. And then 4 Google updates as well. And just be nice and consistent on social media, which I have been, but I just really want to continue that and sort of like, just start creating better content, I guess, as well. And then with YouTube, which is kind of a work thing, kind of a personal thing, but I guess I would love to eventually turn YouTube into part of my work. In terms of maybe somehow trying to make it one of my income streams. So, because I love creating stuff on here. So anyway, that's like a long-term project. So I want to start that Monday and Thursday upload schedule. So that would mean 8 uploads in February, so we will see how we go with that. But I've got a few kind of ideas of things I want to record, just sit down videos like this, as well as like just little mini weekly vlogs, just sharing my hiking and other bits and pieces that I do. So yeah. And then the other thing I just need to do is enroll in 2 continuing professional education courses or classes for February, March, April kind of time frame. And then for my projects, so every month from now on, I'm going to have some kind of like a focus or a theme for the month. So for February, it's going to be all about aromatherapy for skin, scalp and hair. And within that, I'm going to do some like offers on facials in the Wellbeing Studio. And I'm just going to talk about essential oils that can help your skin, your scalp and your hair. So that's going to be that's one of my favorite topics. So I'll probably create some videos here on that, but I'll be talking about that over on Instagram and my Facebook page, and the links to those are in the description box. So if you want to come join me, please do. And then I want to finish the planner workbook that I talked about from last month, pop that up on Etsy. I also want to just think about some content for my Facebook group. I've got kind of like a free membership Facebook group, and I haven't been doing much in there lately. So I want to have like a bit more structure around that and just start being more engaged in there as well. And then I just need to clean and reorganize the cupboard in the Wellbeing Studio that's just got all the product and bits and pieces in there. It's just a bit messy, so I need to just clean and reorganize that. And also just revisit my wholesale product price list, which I started working on at the end of last year. So just need to tweak that a bit. Yeah. And so I will review that in February as well. And then I would love to have a little bit of an office makeover in here. I've got a couple of ideas of how I want to kind of rearrange everything. So I want to leave this how it is, but kind of have another set of these shelves behind you so that I can film from both angles, because I've got the light coming in there. And yeah, I just want to set up lighting and filming sort of spaces in here that work for that, if that makes sense. So that is a bit of a kind of, I would say, a big afternoon to do all of that. So yeah, I hope to do that in February as well. And then for my personal goals, I want to just, I just guess I focus a little bit more on my own self-care and make sure I have that weekly facial and a weekly hair mask as well, because I haven't been doing that really much at all in January. So definitely would like to do that once a week, and then make sure I read my book every day, which I pretty much do that anyway. And then of course our hiking, and then we are going to have just a nice little long weekend, I suppose you would call it. Like Wednesday, Thursday are my days off, and I see clients Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday normally, and Tuesday is kind of like an office admin sort of day. But next week we're going to take Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday off and just have a bit of a rest, because we've kind of worked through Christmas and New Year and everything. So it's time for us to have just a little bit of a rest, and just, we're not going to do much. We will probably just go on a hike one day, have a bit of a rest the other 2 days, maybe go out for lunch or brunch one day. But yeah, just have a little bit of a rest and then really get stuck into this year. Yay! So that is, that's my February. I kind of feel like that's quite a lot to do in a short month. So we will just work through it and see what we get done. But yeah, that is my sort of outlook for February. I would love to know, what your goals are for February. That would be lovely if you wanted to share that in the comments below. I would love to know. So let's finish off this video with just a one card tarot reading. And I shared this, I think, in my last video, or the one before last. I got this beautiful tarot deck, and because I am a cat lover, in case you didn't know. If you've been around here any length of time, you would know that. So yeah, I've kind of opened the cards, I've had a flip through the book, but I have not actually done a reading with these. I haven't pulled a card or anything, so I thought I would do that with you today. I normally choose a oracle card at the beginning of the month. Sometimes I'll choose an oracle card and a tarot card from one of the other decks that I've got, but I thought we could do one together from the Cats Rule the Earth tarot deck. Now this one has just fallen out, so let's just assume that this is the card for us today. It is the Moon card. Let's look it up. I'm not overly familiar with tarot, but this book really looks like it explains it really, really well. But let's just take a look. So I think that's one of the major arcana cards. So let me just find where they start. So the Moon is number 18, I think, if I've got my Roman numerals right. So the Moon is for imagination and fluctuating emotions. So intuition, creativity, misunderstandings, discomfort and uncertainty. I guess that's like the positives and the negative side of the card, I think. So it says, in the tarot, the Moon is linked to the subconscious and draws on the long-held belief that human behaviour is affected by the waxing and waning of the Moon in its continuous cycle. When the Moon appears in a spread, it signifies a time of confusion, since we cannot fathom the depths of the subconscious or fully understand the direction in which it steers us. It may appear when your dreams are particularly vivid, or when you feel drawn to artistic pursuits, meditation, divination, or perhaps to psychotherapy, all of which can offer a path to greater understanding. You may be feeling unsettled or emotional or unsure of your feelings. Often the best option is to embrace the uncertainty, explore the inner psyche as you best know how, and put off decisive action until the next stage of the cycle. Ooh, now it's also got the reversed meaning. So a situation that seems clear may be an illusion, or there may be hidden motives at work. The lack of clarity may be causing difficulties, so think carefully before speaking and avoid getting drawn into pointless discussions. Listen to your inner voice. Someone is being deceptive. Ooh, that sounds ominous, doesn't it? I think basically this card is telling us to really, on a really deep level, tune into our intuition. And yeah, I guess just be easy on ourselves too, because sometimes if we are feeling confused, sometimes it's like we're just like searching, like pushing for an answer, if that makes sense. Whereas if we just kind of let go and allow things to happen, clarity comes. That's what is coming up for me as I read that, and just as I look at this beautiful card. Just do what you were drawn to, trust your intuition, and just allow yourself to feel any of those emotions that are coming up. I do know astrologically we are coming into a time of real action taking and doing stuff, and getting stuff done and stepping into that next chapter. So maybe if you are feeling confused or just unsure, maybe just let yourself be in that feeling, and just allow yourself to sit with those feelings and just really tune into how you're feeling. Be kind to yourself, and just get yourself ready for this next stage, whatever it is. I'll just show you that card again. Hopefully you can see that. I'm actually filming this on my new iPhone 14 Pro. And so I hope it's all working. I'm actually filming like from the back camera, so I can't see myself. So hopefully this has all turned out okay. All right, guys, I think that is it. Thank you so much for watching. And as I said, share your dreams, goals, to-do list in the comments below if you would like to. And come join me on Facebook and Instagram. And all the links will be below. And thanks for watching. Subscribe if you liked this video, and I will see you in my next one very soon. Bye, guys.